The perfect cure for gray, damp weather coming up. This is Go Island. Yes, the weather is once again gray, damp, kind of rainy, kind of misty, and you know what? It's going to continue for at least another week. Yes, sadly, but we have the perfect cure for this type of weather. It's music. Music, music, music. Doug Cox is going to join us later to tell us all about the music that's happening in the month of January during all of that wet, rainy weather. And it's happening for WinterJAM 100, the celebration of Courtney's 100th centennial, the beginning of the celebration. It goes on all year long. We're also going to talk Vancouver Island Music Fest all through March and April. They're doing special concerts as well as the actual festival itself coming up in July. See, already you're thinking warm, sunny, hot skies and music. It's going to be fantastic. But we're going to start the show right here in the Comox Valley with this. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. A bit rainy and gray today, but as I said, we have the perfect cure for that, and it's music. And there, of course, is also theater. We're here right in the center of Courtney. To my left is the Florence Filberg Center. That's where some of the acts are going to be. Behind me is the Native Sons Hall. That's, again, another venue. And then, of course, behind Gord is the Sid Williams Theater. They have some acts going on as well. And coming up at the end of the month, of course, is the 24th annual Film Festival by the World Community. And don't forget, the Farmers Market is back up in full swing at the Native Sons Hall every Saturday from 9 until 12. So you can get fresh veggies all year long. See? Who cares about the rain? And now we're going to have a look at this from Campbell River. And welcome back. Joining me now, as promised, is Mr. Doug Cox. Doug, we're going to talk about WinterJAM 100 music today. What's going on?
Absolutely. Well, it starts on Wednesday, and we've got 10 incredible concerts featuring performers from all over the world, really.
Awesome.
Do you want me to just list what's going on?
Well, let's talk about the ones happening this week.
Okay. We're starting off with a Folk Legends show with Tom Paxton and Baldy. And that's right here at the beautiful Native Sons Hall, which we turned into an amazing concert venue. It's one of my favorite rooms in Canada for music.
Really? Okay.
And Tom and Valdi are both really excited about doing the show together. They met in the early 70s at the Kerrville Folk Festival in Texas and wrote a song together and stuff, and they haven't seen each other in years. So Tom Paxton, of course, is one of the fathers of the whole folk movement from the time of Odetta and Lead Belly and all those people. And
now, do you get to play as well?
I'm actually getting to play with Tom Paxton. He asked me to play with him, and I usually say no, but it's Tom Paxton. I mean,
you're not going to turn
I'm going to back him up on the dobro a little bit as well. And he's arriving today, so it's all kicking off today for us. The show after that is the wonderful World Beat Latin American Mexican Cuban band from Vancouver.
That sounds like fun.
It's going to be
dancing.
a dance. Yeah, and that's a band called Locarno. Led by Tom Landau, who was the leader of the Paperboys. And it's a phenomenal big band. There's a whole bunch of them, and that's going to be a dance at the Best Western.
Oh, good.
And that is on,
we have everything documented right here.
Okay,
just
that's
so
on
we
Friday.
get all on Friday. And there is the website that you can look up all the information.
And then Saturday we have another show back here at the Native Sons Hall. We have a show called Guitar Galore with Rick Vito and Billy Burnett.
Wow.
Rick Vito and Billy Burnett were both in Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
But they've also played with everybody. If you know the song Like a Rock, the Bob Seger song,
that's
Rick that plays the slide guitar solo on that. They've played with everyone. You name it as session guides. They've been on there a lot of recordings that you would know. So it's kind of going to be it's with a full band as well. So it's a big guitar show.
So one more, and then we're going to take a break.
Okay, Sunday we have a special show called Sunday Soul with Martha Redbone, who's a wonderful Aboriginal performer from the United States, and the Sojourners, who are an incredible gospel group, and that's here at the Native Sons Hall as well.
Oh, good. So gray weather, it's not going to affect us at all. We've got music for you, so come on out and see some of these concerts. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. We are back with Mr. Doug Cox talking about Winter Jam 100, some amazing concerts coming up through the month of January. So what's happening here at the SID? There's a couple of them here,
There's
right?
2 shows at the SID. We've got Canada's first real country star, Michelle Wright, is going to be playing here. Yeah. And we have a amazing jazz concert with the Marcus Roberts Trio.
Okay. Awesome.
And Marcus is considered to be pretty well the finest living jazz piano player. Wynton Marsalis calls him the best living. And he's a really interesting player because he plays to the traditions of New Orleans and other places, but he's also very modern. So that's going to be an amazing show.
So he's got his own twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
We also have at Crown Isle, we've got Corey Harris, who's one of the best young Afro-American blues players.
Okay.
A real nice little intimate concert with him. And then the night after that, we have a concert with Neil Osborne, who's the lead singer from 5440.
Oh, okay.
And he's doing a solo
yeah.
show too, but he'll be playing all his hits and telling stories about what it's like to be a rock star and all that kind of stuff. We have
the PG version.
couple of amazing shows at the Philberg too. Including
Florence
one
Philberg. Florence Philberg Center.
Called Great Guitars, which features Lawrence Juber, who's the guitar player from Paul McCartney's band Wings.
Okay.
And Martin Taylor, who's an amazing fingerstyle jazz player, and Peppino D'Agostino from Italy.
Awesome.
So for acoustic guitar fans, that's probably the show not to miss all year here.
Right.
And they're only doing that show here in the Comox Valley exclusively.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So the 3 of them have all played in varying combinations. This is the first time they've all gotten together, though, to do something.
Okay. Now, tickets. Where can everybody get tickets?
You can get tickets at winterjam.ca. They also have packages for hotels and skiing and that kind of stuff.
So if you're coming from out of town?
Yep. You can check it out there, or at islandmusicfest.com as well.
Okay. All right.
And here at the SID for the SID shows too.
Okay, so the SID shows you can get tickets here, but everybody else online.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Is there a phone number for?
That would be on the web.
Okay.
It's too early in the day.
It's
it's
on the screen.
There it goes now.
That's exactly it. But what I meant was, can they call if they don't have internet? Because some people don't have internet. Some of our
I think they
viewers
can.
Just have cable and phone. They don't have internet, so they want to be able to. Yes, really.
Wow.
Here in the Comox Valley, not everybody has internet.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No.
We're doing our best, but some still don't, because some they just don't have the ability to have it. Anyway,
okay.
Music. So if you want anything to do in January, we've just given you a whole list. Now, Doug is going to stay with us. We're going to go be very civilized, and we're going to do the next interview in a coffee shop because it's freezing out here.
Yay.
But right now, we're going to go have a look at this. We like to be civilized, especially when it's so cold and gray and rainy outside. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go Island. Joining me, Doug Cox. He's been talking about Winter Jam 100. And now we're going to shift our focus to Vancouver Island Music Fest concerts, because there's a lot of concerts leading up to the big Music Fest in July. So
absolutely.
You've got some coming up in February, right?
Yeah, the first one we have is in the first week of February, and it's with a band called the Ducks, who are really well known. They're sort of a, well, what do you call them, a new acoustic music band, and they're playing at the Cumberland Hotel, and it's really rare for them to play such a small venue, but they just happened to be passing through and needed to fill a night, so we've got them. And then we've got Fred Eaglesmith at the Tidemark Theatre up in Campbell River.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun. He's hysterical.
He's wonderful, yeah. And those, I think that's all we're doing in February. We've got Buffy St. Marie playing the Tidemark soon as well. People can go to our website, which is islandmusicfest.com. There it goes again right there. And you can see all the concerts that are listed on there.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, where are we with ticket sales for the Music Fest itself in July?
Well, we've sold out of our Christmas in July tickets. We did that in 12 minutes this year. We're into the second tier of tickets, and we're more than halfway sold out of those at this point in time. We haven't announced any acts yet, but we'll be doing that very soon too. So tickets are going fast.
When are you going to announce the headliner?
Well, as we get them, to be honest, we've got one already, although I'm sworn to secrecy for a couple more weeks. We've got 2 more that are really close to being done.
Okay.
So we do staggered announcements of the performers once we start announcing.
Awesome.
But it won't be long.
All right. Okay. Well, we're going to say goodbye to you. Thanks so much
Goodbye.
for making time for us.
Well, thanks for the coffee.
Really appreciate it. You're welcome. And right now, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. You're watching Go Island. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. We're right in front of the Sid Williams Theatre in downtown Courtney on a gray, rainy day. But we have the perfect remedy for that. ABBA. It's playing Wednesday night right here at the Sid Williams. It's going to be so much fun. And I think they're also playing up in Campbell River, if I'm not mistaken, the day after. And then, of course, we have coming up in March When I'm 64. And that, we've done a special little, almost like a mini documentary kind of thing with them. And that's going to air on Shaw. So watch out for that because you can see it in the guide when that comes up. And of course, Snowden Comedy Tour is going to be here in the next week. They're here on Friday on the 16th. And of course, WinterJAM 100 is happening for the next couple of weeks here in Courtney to celebrate the 100th birthday of the city of Courtney. Thank you so much to Doug Cox for joining us once again. He is our resident music aficionado, and we really appreciate his time and all the information he shared. Right now, we're going to have a look at this. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. Thanks so much for watching today's show. We have some excellent news we would like to share. Sunday Dennis, the young mom from Cumberland that had to travel to California for surgery yesterday on the cancerous tumor that was in her brain, it was a success. And she is awake and smiling and laughing and talking. So congratulations to the Sunday Dennis family for that successful surgery, and congratulations to you here in the Comox Valley for raising all the funds that they needed to get down there for the surgery. You have made a young family very happy. So there are tons of events coming up all through Powell River, Campbell River, and the Comox Valley. Check out all the local sites, the Sid Williams, WinterJAM 100, Campbell River Calendar, the Tidemark Theatre, the museums. Everybody has events going on all through January and February. And we have a special announcement coming up in a couple of weeks with regards to Powell River. And I can't tell you yet, but I'll tell you in a couple of weeks. So you're going to have to keep tuning in. So enjoy the hot cup of tea to keep you all the dampness off of you. And we will see you in a couple of days.